Yeah. And we're back. YouTube fan community, Monkees fans, random people on the internet, my name is Giggens. We're here today to talk about the Monkees album from 1969 called Instant Replay. One of my favorite records by the guys. This was their 7th album, and the first release without Peter Tork, who had left the year previously. It's a great album, and for calling it Instant Replay, the name fits the feel here. The songs in this album were definitely chosen to be like, hey, we know Head didn't do too well. Please come buy our albums again. We know our show's off the air. Please come buy our albums again. They did a fantastic job arranging the songs for this record and going through their vaults. A lot of the stuff on this album dates back to when Peter was still in the band. He's on a few of these songs, dating back to 1966. I mean, some of these songs are pretty old. It came out in February of 69, and the songs that were recorded for this album range anywhere from July of 66 right up to January of 69. Brendan Cahill, former road manager for the guys, current music coordinator for the Monkees at that time, thought about using older unreleased tracks would help get the Monkees back to the top of the charts. Head wasn't that great, like I said, in terms of chart success. The movie didn't help. I mean, the movie was really far out and trippy, and I think the young audience was kind of like, what are we watching here? They were used to them being goofy, funny guys, funny Marx Brothers types guys on the TV show, and the younger audiences were a little turned off by that. So this was definitely an attempt to get them back in the charts. Teardrop City was definitely a song that echoed that Last Train to Clarksville vibe because they were done around the same time. And that should have been a big hit, but it didn't do too well, hitting like number 56 in the US, slightly better in Australia. The album itself peaked at number 32. For me, this is one of their best albums. Obviously, Peter's not vocally on here, but he does play on a lot of this album, and like you do hear him in the background on vocals on some of the songs, but as far as the lead vocal goes, he's not there. But it still feels like a Monkees album because he's there, and they're still using the professional studio musicians, so it really is a solid record. The album opens up with Through the Looking Glass, a Mickey Dolenz-led rocker, vaudevillian-type, bombastic track. It's a lot of fun. Mickey's got some dramatic vocal moments, but most of the time he's just got this jolly feel to his voice. You just imagine him like walking across the stage, like kicking his heels like high in the air like a rocket or something. You get this feel of him like just parading around the stage. It's a total earworm. It's a great opener. It's enthusiastic. It's happy. It's one of those songs that sticks in your head. And I love the goofing off vocally at the end. Ba, 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 that kind of high stuff. Very, very fun. Then you get the complete opposite of that with Don't Listen to Linda. Davey takes a lead on this one from Boyce and Hart. String Latin, gentle, calm, late 60s, kind of lounge pop, really good stuff. Kind of a Burt Bacharach, Hal David type of thing. Cute little song. Davey sounds fantastic on it. Really enjoy that one. I Won't Be the Same Without Her. Papa Nez comes out with this one from 1966, and Peter Tork plays guitar on this one too. This song is a groover. I love the build-ups and the resolve. The chorus with that shuffly hi-hat, the group vocals are fantastic. It's a classic sounding Monkees song that took 3 years to finally come out. I mean, can you imagine just having a song like that hanging around in the vaults, knowing that you wrote this great song, and somebody was like, nah, let's not put that on any album. Okay, now we can do it. Like, it's the case with a lot of bands, but with the Monkees, I mean, that could have been a big hit. That came out in like early 67. That could have been a big hit for them. Just a Game. This is a really cool little song from Mickey. His delivery on this song is so articulate. It's such a cool song because it builds up musically as it goes through. Mostly starts with acoustic guitar, then they add in some bass, add in some harpsichord, some strings come in. It's a really fun, interesting track. Definitely recommend that one. I love how abrupt it ends as well. Very cool song. They get Me Without You, which is one of my album highlights. Davey, it's a Davey career highlight if you ask me. There's a couple from him on this album that are like, wow, Davey's rocking. But Me Without You is definitely a very also Through the Looking Glass feel. Definitely that sort of bombastic vaudevillian type of thing. It's brilliant. It's one of the best on the album. It's groovy. The occasional breaks in the music, that me without you, you without me, sort of sing-songy chorus is fantastic. Just a lot of fun. Then Don't Wait For Me, Papa Nez ends off side one here with a really wonderful song. It's a country jammer, great slide guitar. Mike's vocals are emotional, and you get a really good sense of what's to come with his solo work. But that last vocal note that he holds is awesome. He holds that last note forever. Really dig that. Side two opens up with You and I, and this is a rocker, man. I mean, Davy Jones, man, is rocking. He was so versatile as a singer. It's really cool to hear him do all these like gentle ballads, but then he rocks with You and I. He just gets so into it. I love the bass work, the shredding guitars. I mean, this thing just rocks the whole way through. Excellent opener. As much as I love this song, I don't think it would fit as a single, but man, if they started playing this on like the growing FM radio market at that time, that would have been a groover right there. While I Cry is the next song on here, and you're 2 for 2 on side 2 so far. I mean, this is one of Mike's absolute classic songs. It's emotional, it's introspective. The guitar playing is just phenomenal, and listen closely underneath those amazing vocals because there's a lot happening musically in the bottom of it, but an album, a career highlight for sure. This is a song that Mike would do on his last few tours with Mickey, and it's just a song that when you listen to it, you feel the life that's involved in that song. Teardrop City, the single from the album, another 3-year-old track, very Last Train to Clarksville because basically the same song. There's nothing much different about it. It's got the same sort of breaks, a reminiscent guitar work. You know, Last Train to Clarksville won that battle. And so they thought, well, if that worked, maybe this one could work. A lot of bands did that back in the day. Oh, this song sounds like one of our other older songs. It worked then. Maybe it'll work now. Very common industry move. The Girl I Left Behind Me is after that, and Davey comes in for a syrupy, sweet love song. Love the chorus on this one. Just a chill track with some moody moods. A Man Without a Dream. This one's nice too. I like the groovy drums and the horns, the tambourine. The tambourine is rocking on this one, but you know, nice pop tune. It doesn't jump out at you, but it's a nice addition to the album. And the album ends with Shorty Blackwell, which is a very Mickey song. If you know, alternate title, I guess you can call it from in England. But Randy Scouse Git is also sort of reminiscent of this song as well. That's sort of like putting different pieces of a song together. I get a very modular song construction feel from this one. It's very Brian Wilson-esque, if you will. But it's bombastic, then it's sweet, then it's calm, then it rocks, then it's cartoony, then it's serious. Like the pounding drums, the fascinating sweeps. The song is wild and it's all over the place. And a really cool closer to the album. It definitely gives the album a bit of a collage, art, pastiche kind of feel, which is nice because it's not just an album full of pop songs. There's some other construction going on. The album is great. You get pop stuff, you get vaudevillian type stuff, you get show tune stuff, country, rock. It's all over the place, yet it flows so effortlessly. Check out the back cover. I love this back cover. Some great shots of the guys. Track listing with who wrote what. Let me show you the inside. Original Cold Gems inner sleeve. So it's got your Monkees albums on here, then some movie soundtracks on the back. And that classic Cold Gems label that we all know and love. So there you go. The Monkees Instant Replay. For me, that's exactly what it is. It's an instant replay. Once it's done, you want to put it back on because the songs as you're hearing them are instantly hooky. Especially Through the Looking Glass, Me Without You, You and I, While I Cry, Teardrop City. There's a handful of songs on this record that instantly grab you and instantly get locked into your consciousness. So they did a great job with this thing. It's too bad it didn't take off, and it's too bad it's been kind of forgotten about unless you're a Monkees fan and you know what their discography is like. But if you ask a common person on the street, hey, what's your favorite song off Instant Replay by the Monkees? They're going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? But I love this thing. For me, it's a 9 out of 10. It's one of my favorite Monkee albums of all time. It's just so well produced, so well put together. Songs from different eras and generations and studios and musicians all flowing so perfectly. Not an easy feat to do. I'd give it a perfect score if there were more Peter on here, basically. If he had like a lead vocal somewhere, that would have been really cool. But for a trio, the Monkees trio, it's a fantastic album. 9 out of 10. Highly recommend it. If you haven't checked it out, do yourself a favor. You won't be let down. So there you go. My name is Giggens. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Monkees Instant Replay, one of my favorite records by them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to talk about the Monkees with you guys and see what you have to say. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.